Good morning. Celeste Silver Cord here. I'm just having my cards and coffee this morning, seeing what the universe has to say. I hope you guys had some fun with us last night. We were just kind of goofing around. Rob hasn't done readings with his stones for a very long time, and he certainly has never read on camera anything before, so I did appreciate him doing all that with me. And I hope you guys had fun too. I really did have to blow off some steam. We had a lot going on yesterday. We just have a lot going on. And it's all like building up into a precipice in my house. So I've mentioned to you guys before that I have a little cousin in foster care, and we've been doing a lot around the house because I was in a half state of renovation. And I don't know, it look better without this light. I feel like my eyes are blacked out. Is that better or worse? I don't know, I tinkered with it so much. I don't want to waste a lot of time playing with my lights. So, yeah, we got this precipice coming up. They're coming Saturday, and then it'll all be said and done. But now I've got to deal with everybody wigging out. I'm the opposite. Like, once I have a set time, and I know that's as much time as I have, and I know how to get through it all and everything. Once I have all that, I'm good. I'm straight. Like, my house is straight now. They can come now. Anything like wires or anything else like that, or that would have been perceived wrong, that's all been set up. I mean, this kid's 15. It's not like a toddler's coming to my house, but I pretty much had to baby-proof my house again. And we're doing other little things. So there seems to be, like, for me, knowing the date relieved a lot of anxiety. For other people, knowing the date has now made their anxiety triggered because there's no going back once that day happens. So they're very, like, spazzing out, and they're wigging out, and they're, like, they got to keep themselves busy or they're going to lose their mind. Sudden strength for whoever's going through these waves with me. But then there's the fucking people that, for some reason, they're not just happy causing conflict. They have to actually get physically in the way of people getting shit done. And I don't understand those fucking people at all, and they trigger the living fuck out of me. People who make, and it's always convenient. It's always convenient, and it's like little children. Like, I watch my kids do this. My son and my daughter will have to both clean their room, right? So my son will talk my daughter into, you help me clean my room, I'll help you clean your room, right? Well, then once she helps clean his room, he don't help her clean her room. Not only does he not help her clean her room, he goes in her room and he messes with her and distracts her. And if she won't play with him, then he picks on her and actively causes conflict and gets in the way of her doing her room. So that's pretty much what I was dealing with yesterday. But I was dealing with grown-ups that have to seize on, oh my God. The other thing is the false generosity shit. There's people out there that never give anyone anything unless it's broken already. Like, they don't give you a hand-me-down unless the hand-me-down has a stain on it, and they're like, oh, it's not so bad, but I don't fucking want it anymore. If they give you a table, it's got like a half-broken leg, but they want you to be so gracious about it, which I am gracious for any gifts that I get or anything else like that. And I don't mind hand-me-downs, and I go thrift store shopping and stuff like that, but there's some people that that's all they ever do. And then when they do, they hold it on to, or they give you stuff, right? Like, they'll give you something, oh, I don't use this anymore, so I'm gonna let you have it since you need it, and then God forbid that thing breaks. I've seen people over a coffee pot like a $10 Mr. Coffee pot. And then we went over to that person's house one night, and she was like, why don't you put up a pot of coffee? And they're like, oh, it broke. Oh, I gave that to you. You were just supposed to be holding that for me. How long was that person supposed to hold on to your $10 Mr. Coffee pot? How long did you think your $10 Mr. Coffee pot was even going to last? I mean, I don't understand some of these people. And they drive me up the damn wall. I'm like, you're like a fucking toddler. What is your deal? If you don't want something, just give it away. If you don't need it, just give it away. Don't put stipulations on it. Don't constantly have to remind people all the fucking time every little thing you did. I mean, it's validation seeking. And it's like, I don't know. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. I don't feel like it's true generosity. It's like these people are the kind of people that are trying to put themselves as being out as so generous. They're not really generous. And they're generally like hoarders anyway. Like they'll hold on to junk for the longest time. And then when something breaks and it's no longer a complete set or, whatever, and then they just give it away. And then, but they want to remind you that they gave that to you. And they'll bring it up anytime they come to your house and they see that they gave you something. Kind of feel bad for people like that, to live in that state of anxiety of always, every second, needing validation and needing to try to pull rank every time they can, just cause conflict just so they can do something. And I've got multiple people in my life that do that. They try to, I call it pulling rank. And I grew up in military housing, but yeah, they do this thing where if they feel like they don't have enough control, they'll cause conflict and then they'll take away something they feel they have control over just to make it more difficult on you now. As I know Rob mentioned my mom in the video. That was over a fucking weed eater. She didn't like the way we were using a weed eater that she paid for with her stimulus money. I mean, I bought her all kinds of shit with my fucking taxes and my fucking money that I bring in, and I buy her all. I get her all kinds of shit. And the only thing she got was an $80 fucking weed eater, and then she's mad because we're not using it the way she ain't gonna use it. Ever. She'll never, ever, ever pull out an extension cord and put that thing out of the shed. Not only did she tell us we can't use it, we had it set up to use in the front yard to cut our grass so that snakes don't get in the yard anymore and are deterred a little bit more, and our house looks fucking nice. She went out there and put it in the shed and told us we can't use it to cut the fucking grass. So I told her she can mow the grass from now on herself. She can get her lazy ass up, go out there and fucking cut grass for an hour. Let's see how long she lasts doing that shit. That's her fucking weed eater. Bitch, it's for the house. It's for the yard. It's not yours. You're not going to use it. You ain't going to take care of it. Don't take care of anything anyway. I digress. Mom, if you watch this video, understand that this is the morning after all that bullshit. And if you don't want to hear what I have to say, don't be watching my videos. I don't need you to. You weren't supportive when I started. You never cared before. Now you're going to start caring. Back off. And that goes to anybody else in my life that's going to feel the need, especially now that I'm playing around, letting other people in on my videos and having a good time, not being so strict with this shit. I can't block everything that fucking happened in the past. I can't change it. I can't erase it. If you don't like me talking about that stuff, you're going to have to get over it, because I'm not hiding shit in my life. And if you are upset that I'm telling people about something that you did that was shitty, you need to reconcile the fact that that was you. I own my shitty behavior, and I will tell those parts of the story too. But if you're mad about me telling yours, maybe you shouldn't have done it then. Because I can't give advice to you guys without giving you the analogies and the shit that happening in my life, or that happened in my life in the past. Because if you don't know, there's no reason to listen to me if I can't tell you guys what I've been through. I'm not some spoiled little housewife. I'm not any of those things. I fucking had a life, man. I did a lot of shit. And yeah. And I met a lot of amazing people, and I met a lot of horrible people, and I've met a lot of people that were balanced in between the two. All right. 10:54. Shout out to my wounded warriors. I love you. Whew. Yeah, I pretty much say that's the mood I was in when I was just doing that. Princess of Swords, Ace of Wands. I think it's time for everybody to stop. And I've said those who deal with narcissists, gaslighting, abuse. There is only one way to deal with those kind of people, and it's to out them. 11:34. Got for my 143s. 4 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Cups can warn of luxury and overindulgence. At the same time, most of the decks that I got, even my goddess deck, it shows her sitting there drunk. So there's a cup falling from the sky, and she's holding on to 3 empty cups in her hand. She's sitting in the moon. She's sitting on top of the lotus. So this is about reaching a point of precipice where you have actually found some peace and you're taking some recuperation time, but you may be taking a little too much recuperation time. All right, and you may be overindulging just a little too much. Me talking with my sipping and trippings, right? The other side of this is the 3 of Pentacles. So it's time, as always, like I'm saying, to always work on your skills or find something you're interested in. And if you don't have anything you're interested in right now, then it's time to start playing around and trying to find a new hobby. It's important to have something that you like to do that you're passionate about. I can't wait. I've got all this glass saved up that I've been waiting to be able to set up in Dremel, but with everything going on, I just can't get to it. So I'm excited for next week. I am. I'd like to get Rob on here one morning. Maybe he can pull some rune stones when we're actually clear-headed and we're not all giggly and goofing around so much. He likes to sleep in a little bit longer, though. He's got one of them manly jobs. It takes a lot of energy building stuff. Alright, well, I guess she's done talking for today. I appreciate you guys, that are hanging out for this ride. I know I change it up a lot. And I lose viewers a lot, and I don't gain them very fast, but I don't really do it for everybody. That's not the point anymore. Like, when I started, I did. I did all this research. I set my desk up. I only did cards. I didn't talk about anything else, blah, 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 blah. I didn't really let anybody see me and nothing like that. And it's just too strenuous. And I watch all these people that have these ridiculous channels, and they're just doing this. They're just talking to people. And I'm like, you know what? that's what I'll do. And I did that, and then I've actually found that I enjoy the people who have been chatting with me while I've been doing this. And don't be afraid, like, you can always email me if you got, like, if you want to tell me something that you don't want to put in the comments. That's totally fine. I can take constructive criticism, and I really, and if not, I'll just delete it. I mean, I thought I would have way more anonymity on the internet than I realized. Truly. I thought it was going to be, I thought I could be anonymous and kind of unknown and still be able to build a big thing. And I'm sure there's lots of people who have, but you just can't hold personas, man. Anybody holding a mask can't do it for long. I don't know. I guess some people can. I mean, all right. For our Earth Magical Oracle card here, Earth Magic Oracle cards. Today we've got clouds and shape-shifting. So yeah, we are all changing. We are all shifting. We are all morphing. I mean, some people believe that our DNA is activating. The frequencies are rising. Things are changing. Whether you think they're for the better or for the worse, it doesn't really matter. But things are changing. Things are adapting. And so are you. And that's what you're supposed to do. But understand that there is a state in between the caterpillar and the butterfly during the chrysalis stage. And that is when something, where it is literally brought down to molecular goo and then reconstructed to be the butterfly. And that has to be done in the darkness, and it has to be done with shadow work. So those of us who have been doing this have been in this sticky, icky, gooey remeshing of ourselves going on. We are about to reach the time of unfoldment. And I love the symbolism of the lotus. One of my favorite quotes ever is, and I believe this is mine. I didn't read this anywhere else. Oh no, it could have been Thich Nhat Hanh. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know who said it. It is that a rose or a lotus cannot bloom in a garden built for a rose. Right? A rose needs potting soil, and it needs the pH balance measured, and it needs very specific care for watering, and it needs certain type of daylight, and it needs all that thing. You know what a lotus flower needs to bloom? Mud and muck and that gunky silt on the bottom of the water that gets in between your toes and it feels all slimy and nasty. That molecular goo is what a lotus flower needs to bloom. And we are getting ready to hit a point where people are going to be unfolding, where you finally made your way out of the dirt and the muck and the mud, and you've made your way through the water, and you're getting ready to bloom, which is perfect for this time of year. Now, to keep unfolding and to keep blooming, all you need to do is follow your instinct. That's which inside you calls. We're all being guided in one way or another. Your natural instincts, because we are shape-shifting and forming into better versions of ourselves, however you want to call it. Some people think we're turning into silicone bodies. We'll see. I mean, I love you guys. But for this game, they had to make reality real or you wouldn't have bought it. So, I don't know. It'll go so far. I say that, but at the same time, I really injured my back a long time ago, and over the last 2 years, especially after my Kundalini awakening and landed me in the hospital. That energy coming up my broken spine, I can still feel the tension, and I can still, like, I can't bend and move in certain ways, and sometimes I'll walk with a limp, but I haven't felt the pain since then. So maybe my DNA got activated. Who knows? It was a big achievement. Kind of like that there. It says achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. I say that's going to go along with a lot for owning your truth right now. Owning your truth and speaking your truth. You get to be who you want it to be. Like, I can say I'm officially a tarot reader. It's pretty cool. So, once you're done transforming and find out who you are, you can have the achievement of owning that title of who you are. As always, sneaking up on us is spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. If you let the universe know what it is you truly want, especially from your heart center, it has no option but to send its spirits, your spirits, and guides to help you achieve it. Everything is always conspiring to give you exactly what you want. The problem is we're in a co-created reality, and some people want conflict. They want it. They actively go and seek it out. All right? So the only thing you can do with those people is respond. Whenever somebody pulls a power card on me, I just simply, point it out like I said with the fucking lawnmower. You're going to be picky about how I operate the fucking lawnmower and the weed eater, but you're never going to use them. You don't know how to use them. You'll never figure out how to use them, but you're going to tell everybody else how they're supposed to be using them. Especially someone who actually used to do lawn care. Just saying. In those instances, tell them to go stuff it and they can go do it them damn selves. You're focused on your own healing right now. You don't need to take on anybody else's bullshits or wounds. So, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Release it, let it go, speak your truth. All right, guys, if you like this, please like, share, subscribe, spank that bell. I'm running out of time. I love you guys. I appreciate all the support. And, yeah. Talk to you later. Love y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me.